Back to Mega Monday. Kind of feels like I'm getting near the end of the Battle Network series, and I am, but we still got 2 games to go, and these aren't short games. So, yeah, 4.5 is done. Happy to put it away after how repetitive it was getting. And excited to move on to 5, because 5 is one I remember well, and I've actually played Battle Network 5 twice already. So this is actually the only game I've played both versions of before. So this will be my 3rd time playing. I think I even started Game of Colonel on Double Team. So, yeah, I have Double Team and the original GBA of Colonel. I played Proto Man on Double Team with my clear data from Colonel unlocking some stuff for me, so that was cool. What Double Team didn't have, though, was the e-reader cards, which are a bit expanded from 4. But the other thing, since I have played both versions already, I was considering playing through this with a Darkchip playthrough, so to speak. I'll probably hold off on actually using Darkchips, just so I can maybe actually use some of the double souls and show what they do. Because one thing, once you enter like the evil karma state, you can't use double souls anymore. It has some serious drawbacks. It's really not worth it. That's why I never used them before. The permanent HP decrease is actually not as big a deal to me as losing access to double souls. 5 also has Chaos Unison, which is a sort of roundabout way to use Darkchips without actually having the drawbacks. So there was always that too. But one thing is the evil chips that you can only use in evil state. So since I've literally never used those chips, even though it's going to restrict my other options a lot, I figured at this point it might be fun, because I've played this game the normal way before. Interestingly, when it comes to Dark Soul, you got a little taste of this in Battle Network 4, where you fight Dark Mega Man, and I guess it's a little bit of a spoiler, but you can fight Dark Mega Man in this game as well. And he uses chips based on your data, right? So by the time of Battle Network 5, on the Game Boy Advance specifically, Double Soul, or Double Team, nerfed this to oblivion. But the Dark Soul state is something Mega Man himself can access. If you have negative karma, and you can reach a point where you're permanently evil Mega Man, when you get reduced to 1 HP, or when you take damage that should delete you, you'll hold on with 1 HP, and you will just go into like a Dark Frenzy mode, where he basically behaves like Dark Mega Man. He uses chips based on your data, without the normal restrictions you would have. And so people found ways to manipulate this in the original Game Boy Advance release, where by severely restricting your usage of standard chips, you could basically get a Dark Mega Man who would just spam Dark Thunder and stun lock enemies. And there's videos you can find. People actually have tools to edit it yourself if you don't want to actually like do this the hard way, which is to like play through the game using only the Mega Buster at the beginning. Of people just like wrecking bosses with Dark Soul. I thought it might be fun to do that as best I can. Now, the collection brings some changes. So there's a web page. This is according to Rockman EXE Zone. We'll see whether or not they're correct. So they actually detail the changes for DS as well. What DS did was nerfed it to oblivion, because Capcom didn't really like this. They tried doing official tournaments, and then when people started doing this, they're like, this just breaks the game. This is stupid. Chaos Unison did too, matter of fact. So it wasn't just just the Darkchip users, really. Although that is a way to use Darkchips. But in DS, basically, Dark Mega Man was forced to just fire Buster shots several times after using most chips to just kind of run down the time. Because he's invincible during this. He's invincible. He just kind of spams your most used attacks. And then they also added like filler weak chips if you don't have enough registered. Let's see, what else did they do? First 16 within the order. First and second start standard chip used with a ×4 weight. Third and fourth with ×2. Fifth through 16th with ×1. First 5 mega chips ×1. First Giga chip ×1. First program advanced ×1. Yeah, and then there's basically all the good stuff he's forced to Buster after. So for the collection, they sort of reined this back a little bit. But the approach the collection uses now is kind of interesting, I think, in that it will... So there are 3... If your first 3 slots are empty, without any standard chips that aren't dark chips, it fills them with cannon, air shot, and mini bomb. So you don't want that. You have to register some standard chips. And in order to actually use PAs, Mega Chips, Giga Chips, you have to register an increasingly high number of standard chips. So it may still be pretty strong if you're highly selective, but you're going to have a little bit more variation. Now, interestingly, for the playthrough, there are certain chips that are also blacklisted for whatever reason, and some of these aren't that strong. I think part of the reason some of these are blacklisted is because they don't flinch enemies, so they were kind of trying to rein that in. But you can use these freely, and they don't affect the Dark Soul AI. So I'll use anything off the blacklist. I'll stick to the Buster primarily at the start. I won't use Buster Max. That's just too silly. But I will probably be using Base Cross as well, because that should be available. So without further ado, let's just hop into it. Battle Network 5. Clean slate. I actually messed around with Proto Man, Team Proto Man a little bit earlier. 19XDX. Gosh, that seems like such a non-future year now. Cyber Society was almost completed. And you can tell this is the past because everything's sepia. We've done what we can. Now it's up to the next generation to finish the research. Our offspring will certainly complete what we've started. These guys couldn't possibly be related to any main characters. Nope. Years later, in the 21st century. A network keeps society safe from all cyber threats. Wake up, Lan. The old good morning chrono. He's not even in bed. Oh, man. I don't think I ever noticed that's WizDog and Tin Man. That's like the most that's some of the most continuity this has with the previous game. His little figures up there. It's WizDog and Tin Man from the amusement park. It's definitely the biggest confirmation we have of his date with Mail actually happening. How about we jump on the net? Okay, just for a little bit. Wow, Lan is a pro at slacking by just surfing the net. Just check Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Whatever people did back in 2000X. It's Mom. Wonder what's up. What's jacking in? Yeah, I don't need this explanation anymore. It's kind of weird that by the 5th game, they're still treating people like they, you know... We'll have to do the basic battle tutorial, too. It's never skippable. Kitchen comp from AC/DC Area 2. Also, this is kind of weird that viruses would actually show up on the homepage. They never do that in actual gameplay. I guess Mega Man really like made an example out of them. You see, we still don't have access to a full 10 chips anymore. Those days are gone. Showing you that you can choose 2 cannons. And yeah, counter hits are back, of course. It is a good mechanic. And it's a bit more exciting, too. Explaining chip codes. The good old area grab wide sword. I believe, actually... Oh, shoot. These do count. These do actually count. So I think I need to buster the yeah, I need to buster the viruses. That's right. I can't use the chips. I have to select them, but that doesn't mean I have to use them. I don't want cannons in my forever showing up in my Dark Soul queue. Although I do intend to log, like, probably at least 12 chips. So that I can get access to a Geiga chip. Part of the reason I chose Kernel, other than the fact that the weird thing about Kernel is it came out later than Battle Network 5 Team Proto Man, and includes an extra scene in the ending that helps set up Battle Network 6. It's kind of weird that, in Japan and the US, actually, it came out later than the other version of Battle Network 3. Okay. So, yeah, we will just Mega Buster away. A little bit tedious, but without using Buster Max, I think the card should speed things along a bit. Especially the one that gives you base cross. I like how I'm just like doing the tutorials and then just not using the chips. Area grab is one I actually won't mind having, because that's always a good way to pin enemies down, and I probably will want it once I'm running like static and the like, so... You know what? I'll just go ahead and log it. I don't care. It's 3 this time. And the third tutorial is about counter hits or something. Yeah, counter and full synchro. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to use a chip. Not even going to pick anything. Oh, they give you full synchro at the start of this one. I'll go mess with the cards after this, because that should help speed my battles along. What if I just did the whole game Buster only? Honestly, the base game isn't that hard. Post-game, fighting base XX or whatever, that might be difficult. I don't know, like Nebula Gray would be pretty hard to just Buster. Okay, I want to see... What do we got for patch cards here? We have any, like, just weird charge shot ones? You know, all these come with... Okay, and these at least tell you what the side effects are, too. It's kind of a pain in 4. You had to just find out. You know, all this is like just basically Navi Custer on the cheap. B Power Attack Pulsar. Minus 70 HP. That's kind of interesting. Power Attack Poltergeist. Elect Body, Fire Body. B Sword. With custom +1 and power attack wide sword. That's kind of fun. You can get a B power attack mini bomb. Power attack tornado. I need something that's more all-purpose. I might just go base cross. It looks cool too. Protecto. Oh. Those don't show up in this game. That's kind of a callback. Air hockey power attack. That's interesting. Oh, I got alpha bugs in here too. That's kind of cool. These viruses from past games. Circle gun as a power attack? That's nuts. Damage confusion bug, huh? I need something with at least full range, though. As good as Drill Arm might otherwise be. Movement holes. Charge shot stun. Flashman. Yeah, they got all these callbacks in here. B power attack Kernel Cannon. There we go. Item cards. Oh wow, just get chips? Well, that's nice. I mean, might as well, right? What are all these? I mean, this will make library completion go a lot smoother, too. Actually, just getting these free sets of chips. And money. Money's nice. Custom Volt, Thunder, Anti-Elec. So Thunder is a chip I do want in rotation, so I will put that in my folder immediately. I think you can actually get that from Green Data in like AC/DC 2 as well. Oh, 15 bug frags. Gospels, head of Gospels collection. Nice. 3 lock enemy subchips. Okay, I'll take them now. And I might as well just use all these. Wind, panel return, holy panel. What else you got? More money. Cost of Vidi's outfit. Searchman. Oh, dude, I don't even have to fight the... I don't even have to fight the Navis. I just get their stuff right here. Nuts. Well, that's going to make completing this game a lot easier. Oh wow, there are a lot of these. Let's just see if there's any in particular I want right now. Obviously, we got all those. Ooh, unlockers. I'll take those. Oh, that's Brightman's operator, right? Colonel, more money. Snake color point. Bar sword. Magnet Man, Napalm Man, Gyro Man. Oh! This way I can actually get the ones from the other version, too, without having to trade people. That's kind of nice. I'll do that before I forget they exist. Got Gyro Man, he's Team Proto Man as well. Napalm Man, also Team Proto Man. We get Tomahawk Man instead. That didn't even click when I got Proto Man, because you can get Proto Man's chip in literally every other game. Except for Blue Moon. That's true. Bubble Wrap, Ice Seed, Sea Seed. Boomer Lance, Anti-Wood. $20 bug frags from Dr. Wily. I'll take it. Yay for getting free stuff. Honestly, this is like what Amiibo do in so many things. Really, the e-reader was just the prototype for Amiibo cards. But people didn't really take to the cards as much. Those are all ones I can get in-game. Okay. We got our download chips, lead raid. It is a bit cheating to have a Geiga chip at the start of the game too, but it's the only way you can get it. As well as Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord is weird though, because it can never show up as a part of your first draw. Okay, let's look at special cards. So we got Life Virus, Custom Screen Damage Bug, I don't want that. Gospel 600 HP, and a bunch of bugs. Serenade, reduces HP, Chip Recovery, B Power Attack Reflect. That's very suitable for Serenade. We got Alpha, custom -3. Yeah, I don't want custom -3. B power attack Dark Sword Nebula Gray also gives you a bunch of bugs. Base XX. So that's not the one that gives you the cross form, but it is like really good, as you can see. Air shoes, float shoes, first barrier 200, 400 HP. There is a HP bug with it. Duo has no drawbacks, which is nuts. Base GS, charge shot HP bug. Dad's repair program, bug stopper. Hub style returns as a patch card, doing a lot of what it did before. Half your HP, but a lot of good benefits. And then you get Base Cross Mega Man. So it's actually different across both versions, which is kind of cool. In Double Team, you could actually achieve this by putting you had to beat Base in one of the Game Boy Advance games and put that game in the GBA slot of your DS while playing Double Team, and you could activate this form. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. And it changes Mega Man, so he's got this cool thing. So they have different charge shots and also different other abilities. You can see this one is comes with float shoes, 20% extra HP. Hell's Rolling is your charge shot. It does reduce your Mega Folder. The other one has what is sort of an analog to Base's Shooting Buster. It doesn't work like it though. That one's arguably better. It also comes with super armor instead of float shoes. They both have the triple buster, which actually shoots your buster down adjacent rows as well as the one you're on, which is really good. So, just with this, I can probably get through battles pretty quickly. Oh, I could have used like the Colonel one, I guess, if I wanted to be a little different. This also unlocks some other things in game. Some additional battles against Base, which I might not be ready for, because you can access the first one after like the first boss, second boss, I think, first liberation mission. And look at this. This just means so much to me. They actually changed the Canadum to a new virus. It's the little things, but... So you can see I've got the... remember Base having an attack like that. It actually tracks really well. See roll here. I'm running an errand for Mom. Gutsman and Glide are in AC/DC 2. Say hi if you see them. And you'll also see Buster Shot hits everything. And actually, it doesn't spread out until after the first panel. So if you're point blank, you'll actually hit something 3 times over. This Buster also looks different, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I can apply any additional... I don't know if there's any that raise attack and charge. Or if I... Because there is a memory limit. A total memory limit. Power attack shield. Oh, there's a yo-yo power attack as well. If you don't want to be quite as OP, you could go with one of these. I just want one that raises my charge and attack. Oh, there we go. Base, but I'm sure that's too much. Not enough memory, yeah. I think the limit's 100. So... regular chip. Actually, I could probably... oh, let me see. Charge plus, charge plus. Speed 3, charge 3, drill arm. It's only 17. But I don't want drill arm. You know? Actually, I wonder how that interacts, though. Can I load it? Not enough memory. Okay. So this is 70. Maybe 70 is... no, 80 is the max. It looks like. Oh, hub style is 80, so... oh, wait. Okay, so I'll remove that for now, and maybe I'll just go with some more modest something or other. Use the vanilla base, which is 45. Soul timer. Oh, okay, it maxes out Buster. And gives 200 HP to boot. That's 45. Okay. Yeah, the interface for this is honestly not great. But imagine you used to have to whip out your e-reader to do all this, so... I wonder if I can get the Kernel Cannon. I remember seeing that one. Might be... whoop. So on page 2. Oh, 42. That's not enough. Not enough, yeah. Okay, what other options do we have? We've got to have something that'll at least hit any enemy, right? That's all I'm really looking for. Power attack heat shot. It's something. Power attack thunder. That would be annoying. Power attack fan. Boomerang. That won't hit the center, though. Katana, that's still shortened range. Firearm, the good old heat guts. He's too much, though. I mean, I guess regular old charge shot should do 50 damage. At this point, so that's true. Like Zappering would do less. Oh, air hockey. That might actually be at least a little bit more fun. We'll do that for now. Yeah, when I'm not using base cross, I might dabble with some combination. It'll be interesting when you combine that with the Navi customizer. Because there actually aren't as many, like, they're too much package deals, you know. This is a bit quicker. Oh, I don't know. I feel like Base Cross was still doing fine. It's a bit cooler, too, you have to admit. I just wish I could raise the attack power. I'll get it in time, though. Let's just go back to that. Let's just go back to that. It's the fun stuff. Oh. That's right. I gotta... Okay. I'm gonna delete the current ones. I'm not too harmed by the mega folder at this point. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having Lance in either. It's a very strong option. I mean, ideally I want to be able to, like, spam dark chips, right? But... do need some other stuff. Mega chips will be a lot easier to overwrite, too. Of course, I can only use, like, 3 of them right now. But Proto Man is really good for, getting multi-clears and stuff. I even have the SPs, although I can't power them up at all. It's true. Okay, we'll just use Proto Man. That way we get the mystery data. Because I don't have a lot of control over the way those wheels go. Although I think if I got them to line up, it would roll from one to the other, so it would go through them both. Trading chips with Glide. Alright, pretty sure the guy we're looking for is back here. Just go wipe him out right off the bat. Why not? I think it's the other way of this fork. Medi SP. There's a good number of mega chips that don't, that are on the blacklist too. Yeah, it's pretty nice how it moves from one to the other. Get a little bit attack increase, and that really will be like as strong as any chip. Let's see. Napalm Man, Magnet Man, Medi, Colonel, Toad Man, Blizzard Man, Cloud Man, Cosmo Man, Lark Man, Grid Man, Django are all forbidden. So oddly enough, Proto Man is one of the few that aren't. Let's see, Napalm Man. Maybe I'll just leave Proto Man out for now. Just put two Napalm Mans in, I don't know. Kitchen comp, this is where we need to be. Stew recommendation or recipe. Stew rec, whatever. Is it a recommendation or is it a recipe? I think it's a recipe. Lance still doesn't want to do his homework. I've been there. Wonder what Dad wants to show us. I guess everybody would be male, Dex, and Yai. Yeah. You've basically forgotten about Mamoru, haven't you? Poor kid. What about Mary? What about Chad? You're basically friends now. Oh yeah, this isn't Team Proto Man though. I thought that mat here was like a door in the floor. I'm still not convinced it isn't. It's a trap door. Let's go get them. They should be home. Is this... This is the first time they used this layout for AC/DC, right? I'm not crazy. I think this returns in 6. But yeah, it's kind of wild that they changed it. No, this was the case elsewhere, right? I don't know. 30 minutes. Such a long time. Dex is over here. His house is still quite messy. How does he get posters made of Gutsman? Like, what the heck? Looks like it's been used. He's got a Game Boy SP and a GameCube. Honestly, Dex is living it up. He's the best gamer in AC/DC Town. Yeah, well, he also thinks he's the best net battler, and we know that's not true. The squirrel. Oh, I dread the squirrel comp. I was really itching to tell somebody. Her teddy bear is dressed as a rabbit. It's a bit much, don't you think? Airplanes painted on the side. It's working at Scilab. Unique sculpture portraying a chip. The fusion of art and science. It has a jack-in port to symbolize that. Because of course it does. Oh, I could use Napalm Man. Oh well. Maybe I just like throwing wheels of darkness. Mark Cannon is not on the blacklist, so I won't be using it. Napalm Man, just like a big bomb, basically. Oh no, it's targeted at just one enemy? That's weird. Could have swore he could hit multiple. Huh. Whatever. Is there really no mystery data in this, or did I already pick it up? Explosion spreads 9 panels. Yeah, what's the deal with that? Oh. He goes, yeah, he goes 4 ahead, which is weird. It's just weird. Gotta back up. But if he hits a target directly... Oh, it's in the middle. Yeah, most of these usually have at least one blue. Go ahead and use a thunder, why don't ya? Team Proto Man base cross is gold, like base's normal color palette. Kind of like the look of the silver, though. It's kind of funny how Battle Network just reuses the same locations and makes them laid out totally different. Just like, oh yeah, we've used Scilab so many times, we need to change the map. The hour is upon us. Begin the operation. That car is evil. Gotta jack into stuff, man. You gots to. Check the corners. Bug frag, okay. We like bug frags. That's how we get our evil chips. Oh, that's interesting. That throws down. I think it throws down 3 spaces away, so you gotta stay backed up with that one too. I knew there was another one. Sea Seed. Now that's one I'd be using a lot if I was okay with it being in the rotation, but I'm not. Particularly once I have access to Toad Soul. Because Toadman can hide in water panels. Water panels are like the new sand panels. I think sand panels are gone at this point. Cutting edge technology. So this is Scilab. Very cool. I never understood why these sprites are perpetually holding French fries. Why? I'm a salesman. I'm scheduled to meet somebody, but they're late. I'm on my 5th cup of coffee. I'm to meet with a man from a company that makes PET parts, but he was supposed to be here a while ago. At this rate, the 2 cups of coffee I made will cool off. They don't realize that they're missing each other. I thought there was a jack-in over here too. I guess not. Go on up. This isn't everybody. Program I found when going through some old documents. Whoops, forgot my ID card. Gotta love these secure Scilab computers. So, not only is Yuichi Hikari lost control of his ID card and just tells his son to go get it, he also is planning on divulging what I have to assume are like confidential, top secret government research to children. I mean, he should get fired for all this. But whatever. Emergency. The net has been occupied. Suddenly, terrorism. You know, it just occurred to me that probably a lot of what I like about Battle Network 5, it takes a lot after Battle Network 2. Both in weirdly getting, like, super intense for no reason. And also, it actually brings back a lot of characters from 2 as well, like Nightman, Magnet Man, Shadow Man. A lot of these returning... Well, Shadow Man technically was in 1. Gas concentration, 0.3%. Now safe to enter. It's Dr. Regal. He is inexplicably back after the end of 4 where he jumped off a building. And also somehow has a whole army working for him. I mean... I don't know, like, is this Nation Z or whatever it was called? He was supposed to be from totally not... Well, it wasn't Russia, because Chilsky's from Russia. Or Sharo. Some weird military dictatorship. I guess he effectively went and pulled, like, a Doctor Doom and just, like, has his own private army and... He's got, like, an island or something, too. He's got a base. But, I mean, so did Wily. But Wily never had, like, human henchmen. Wily had robots and auto net navies. Yeah, so... Interestingly, Lan going for the ID card is what saved him here. They kidnapped his dad. They wanted to get Lan, too. But they didn't think to actually search the whole room because they're idiots. It's also what kept Mega Man. So they just took the PETs of 3 days. Wow, that's pretty... That is some sleeping gas, man. 3 days. Dad was kidnapped by Regal. So yeah, this also gets Gutsman, Roll, and Glide out of the picture. I assume they really wanted to do this because the whole team-up premise of 5, it wouldn't have made sense to exclude, like, at least Gutsman and probably Roll. I mean, Glide never does anything. But at the same time, since they wanted to have new Double Soul forms at least, they wanted the plot to create some excuse for getting Lan's friends' navies out of the picture. Yeah, they took over the net, dude. Took over. Now it's all, like, dark and stuff. Search for clues. Always get your green mystery data. Otherwise, you'll just be farming it later anyway. Plus 10 is actually on the blacklist as well. All plus chips are. I forget how Medi works. Okay, like that. I don't know if it's random or if there's some AI to assigning that. She's a pretty good one for multi-clears too. She's a bit weak by the time you get her, though. Definitely prefer Toadman to Medi. And that's what Colonel gives you. Do I want to put Lance in? Yeah, I'll go ahead and put Lance in. I think it's allowed. I'm allowed to use Lance. Especially if I'm going the area grab route, that'll lock enemies into position, so... Oh, I think it just cannot fall on your own area. That actually makes that kind of bad to use once I get my full range of abilities. Honestly, if I mess up the Dark Soul, it's fine. It's whatever. Actually, I think, yeah, Quake is actually on the blacklist, so it's safe to use. Oh, I never did get that purple. Let me go get that purple. See where she goes. You didn't get all three. You could have got all three, but you didn't. It's a nice thing about getting those unlockers from the data cards. Black Bomb. Black Bomb folders are kind of fun. I used one for a little bit back there, but... Zippy-doo-dah. What you want, kid? Nebula's in charge of this area now. Know what we do with nabbies who waltz into our areas? Such a weird thing to say. Delete them. This isn't even a real, like, heel nabby fight. Come on. I'll waltz into everybody's area if I like it. I'll show you my true power. Humph. Fine time for headquarters to recall me. The scientist kidnapped from Scilab is awakened? Where have you taken him? You're the son of that scientist. Son of a scientist? Don't expect to be seeing him anytime soon. We'll be borrowing him until our plan comes to fruition. So long, kid. Generic heel nabby acts like he's hot crap. Can't you break it with the Mega Buster? You dropped a vowel, Lan. This door is laced with a terrible dark power. The Buster is powerless against it. But of course. Mail from Scilab. Main system infiltrated. Invaders must be stopped immediately. We have to leave without letting Mom know where we're going. We don't need to worry Mom any further. We'll have to think of a good excuse. Yeah, another thing weirdly dark. Lan is like lying to his loved ones for half the plot. Oh, why is that new? There we go. Okie dokie. I'm fine. Dex invited me to play, which sounded kind of fun. Can I go? Just promise me one thing. You absolutely will not go anywhere dangerous. Of course. Goodbye. Aww. Oh look, someone else I care about that I can lie to. Also, props to Dr. Regal for realizing that if you just use like conventional human type weapons, you can easily take out Mega Man. Why has nobody tried this before? Just doing something that's completely analog and doesn't involve the internet. I mean, really, he knows where Lan's house is. He could easily stop this. It's locked. Good thing Dad doesn't know where his ID card is. Get past all the security. Alright, let's just jack in. Remember, Scilab's mainframe looked completely different in Battle Network 2 as well. Also kind of a Battle Network 2 callback, though. I actually really like this opening area. As far as first dungeons go. Yeah, you gotta move things around and you only get so many moves. Figuring out the number of moves is never really all that difficult, though. Number for the data on the left is the days in a week, 7. Middle is half the months in a year, 6. And the right is the last one, opposite 5 on a die, 2. Oh, we put the 7 here, the 2 goes at the end. And 6 goes in the middle. Mostly because these little, like, riddles don't require moving back and forth between areas too much. We got a newish enemy type here. Oh, shoot. Trying to get them all, and it's not working. Not working at all. Oops. Is Buster Up? Buster Up is actually allowed. I wonder if it'd be worth using, though. I mean, it takes, like, no time to activate, so maybe. And Dark Mega does fire off those shots as well. Oh, I do have Quakes. Okay. I didn't even realize those are there. So yeah, we can actually use some chips, at least. What else we got? Blacklisted, Cact Ball, Element Rage, Quake, Katana, Drill Arm, Scully. Oh, Scully series. Those were from the thing too. Right? I only get one of each, but definitely alphabet soup right now, but the starting folder kind of is anyway. Scully series, Aqua Whirl, Asteroid, Spark Shake, Volts, Rainy Day, Volts. Didn't I have Volts? Sort by... No, it's custom Volt, not Volts. Okay. Attack plus 10, Navi plus 20, Color point. I have color point. Slow gauge, fast gauge. Copy damage, life sync. There. That gives me some options at least. Half my folder's still dead weight. I'll try and not make the mistake of using something that I shouldn't. Whoops. Gonna miss him. Oh well. Screw it, I'll use Buster Up, even though it's pointless. You know what, I kind of like the approach of being a little bit more natural about it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Left letter completes this coin word, ickle, so nickel. Middle letter completes this coin word, quarter, so N-A and penny, so it spells nap. Makes me sleepy just thinking about it. There you go. They gave an extra clue at the end. Whoop. Nap. Oh, did I? No, that's this way, right? Yay, get an S rank. I will say, the Buster only approach without using Buster Max. Buster Max could actually S rank things super easily with base cross active, but we got Fire Hit. There's actually a program advance for that in this. It's actually one of the earliest program advances you can get. It's not a bad one. Cactus Dance isn't too bad either. I'd gladly use any PA, really, because they can be overwritten easily enough. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something over here, and there isn't. Went back for that. Oh well. Oh yeah, just one Buster Up and it does 60 damage. Got a Fire Hit Q. I think you need like the EX version to get the third letter, but I think you can get one from like something else. Dog, cat, owl, rat. One does not belong. Is it owl? It's the only bird. What a conundrum. Data for an animal that can be found in tar. That's the rat. Okay. Owl and rat, I guess. Yeah, Fire Hit's not blacklisted, so I won't use it. Until I verify how everything works. Okay, got the O. Owl. T goes here. A. It's the owl because it's a bird or because the other three could be pets? Not really sure. Well, evidently it just doesn't belong, right? Counter hit. Yeah, gotta go this way to unlock that door. Oh, it's just a button. I believe the next area has the cactus dudes, which is a blacklisted chip and a pretty fun one. I might even use the Cactus Dance program advance if I get a chance. That rhymed. Now I can't recall the place this is describing. The platform for getting on/off ships. It starts with a D. Dock. Place starting with H. Ship's interior corridor. It's hall, I believe. I didn't read that closely and I was convinced it was hull and very confused. Because nothing about a hull is specific to a ship, you know? Oh, I forgot that could turn. That's cool. What do I have? L. L goes here. D goes back here. A goes there. Hit the button. Here's my little cactus. Yeah, Napalm Man makes these S ranks a lot easier. Glad I have them so early. Saves me some later trouble. Too bad I didn't get the chip. Lame. Even if I knew the answer, I'd rather see you struggle, but I'll give you a hint. A mother had one child, but 10 of these were born. Fingers or toes, and only one of those is a 3-letter word. That was good use of the Buster Up. Body part that goes with fire, band, and over. Firearm, armband, arm over? No. Having a clue. Somebody hurry and help. Fire, band, and over. Overhead, headband. Headfire? No, that doesn't work. Wait, why am I forgetting this? It's probably obvious. Toe. Fire. Over. It's not arm. People always wrestle with this answer. Is it arm? Arm over? Overarm? Wonder if that's another clue. It's gotta be arm, though. Overarm? It's not a thing, is it? A part of your body can you hop with to make music? That's the clue. Hip hop. Right? Hip, toe, arm. Yeah, overarm? It's not a thing. Not even a thing. H up here. I mean, that's the remaining letters. Unless it's Ram or Mar. It's arm. Arm over, overarm, overarm. Like, I understand underarm. That's a word. But not overarm. That's not a word. Give me the cactus ball. I was a good boy. I deleted in less than a second. There we go. I code. Such a weird code. There's actually a lot more in I code in this game, I think, than there usually is. Okay, let's replace some of the trash with blacklist trash. Hit the button. And away we go. Didn't even move. I got that button already. That's right. Check the end of this first. Get a full energy. That goes back to the beginning of the area. Another little cactus for us. Spreader E. I think they do give you all the ingredients for H-Burst off the bat. It's kind of nice. So, Cactus Ball actually can hit multiple times, which is cool. So it's a very good plus chip. I mean, as wood chips go, it's no corn shot, but what is, you know? We have our requisite first dungeon, go do something in the real world, because that's something that we try to do in these games and forget about by the end. Data escaped my memory bank. It's not answering my pages. Pages? I'll find the person who gave the order. The person who gave the order is a meticulous note-taker. Perhaps he wrote it down somewhere. In Dr. Hikari's lab. Work memo. Data order is 53214. And it doesn't actually matter which order you put them in. 5, 3, 2, 1. 4 goes last. And then switch the 3 and the 2. Here we go. Nice work, Mega Man. You too, Lan. I am Colonel. Are you as skilled as they say? How do you know my name? I'll delete you. Very generic dialogue there, Colonel. But whatever. Oh, does that actually hit twice when she does that? That's nice. Yeah, so you can see Colonel is not that big of a deal. First boss. It is like somewhat more elaborate attacks than you would usually see for a first boss. But there's a bit of a reason for that, because his final form is much tougher. You won't be able to fight it for what? Wow, I'm not dodging, like, at all. Okay, let's end this. Let's just end this. It's holding my chip. You passed the test! It was all a test. If you didn't figure it out already. In Team Proto Man, of course, this would be a fight against Proto Man, which would be a bit more dramatic to find him at the end of this. Since you don't really know anything about Colonel. Second character to be put into this series from the X series, after Zero in Transmission. So that's kind of interesting. My name is Beryl. Look at his manly stubble. You can trust me. Well, at least try to trust me. Looks like you're a bit confused. In response, we're forming a team of net navies to defeat the evil organization that's occupying the net and free cyberspace from its grasp. However, we could hardly advertise the team publicly. Instead, we're recruiting members in secret. This was all a test. You passed. You don't want to save your father? I'll say it again. Join our team. He's a little bit pushy. Together, we can defeat Nebula, the Darkchip Syndicate. Dr. Regal, the mad scientist and leader of Nebula. With him involved, you can bet a nasty plot is brewing. We must liberate an area held by Nebula, free it from its suffocating grasp. I'll contact you tomorrow with the mission time. It's all top secret. Let's head home. Kind of want to get through the first liberation mission. So we'll go a little later. We aren't recording a podcast tonight, so it should be fine. Saves. I have to command officials at the national level. Also sent Colonel into ACDC Area 2. He'll guide you on the mission. I'm not even sure if I can handle that. If you're having second thoughts, get off the team now. We have no time for cowardice. I know that not just anybody can handle Colonel, but you defeated the mad scientist Wily, destroyed the Net Mafia Gospel, and defeated Regal once before. Lan finally getting props. Back to ACDC Area 2. It went the other way, huh? More is any. Another thunder. That one's B code, though. There's Colonel. Just cuts the door because, you know, he just can. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. There are these plot gates that you'll need new team members for. So we get to a liberation mission, which is kind of interesting. This is like the tactics game mode. I really liked this. Not everybody does. So yeah, you'll actually change the conditions of battle based on how many dark panels surround. However, if you clear in one turn, you'll purge all adjacent panels. And there's rewards for clearing missions faster. So, it's good stuff. One turn. Nice. And yes, we do actually get to play as Colonel. So 4.5 sort of tested some of the water for this, but you can play as non-Mega Man Navis now. In certain conditions, at least. And for liberation missions, each one actually gets their own special chip that's like always available to them. So that's kind of cool. In this case, we'll probably just want to use Napalm Man right off the bat. And then clear that guy with a charge shot. Got the one turn, even though I didn't need it. And the little squares give you items, basically. And the bosses are actually integrated into this, too, so that's, you know, something. I guess we'll just push for the one turn. Could use Colonels here, and I don't think we'll run out of points at all, but I'll definitely not with double Napalm Man in the works. That's an instant clear. hacks chips from the e-reader cards. Oh well. It's not like this was going to be hard either way. So you can see with a one-turn clear, I clear that whole row in front. Get more order points. And when you clear a hole, it also clears everything around the hole. So, convenient, no? Oh, hey, look at that. Not a one turn, but it doesn't really matter. 3, and you'll just have to wait another round, which cuts into your actual clearance. So here, I'm going to use Mega Man's Longsword, because there's no other way to get this in one go. I don't want to take 2 turns to do this. It would actually be kind of cool to have liberation missions like this that were randomized in some way, but as far as I know, that's not really an option. Almost the one turn. He instantly died after, too. I don't need the one turn, though. Using ability like that will do that. So you can wait a turn to regain HP. Recover HP through those as well. I guess the question is... Okay, target is 7. I'll just continue forward. I mean, I might as well use it. If I get the one turn, all the better. So you can see, since I have more, I actually start with reduced area. This is going to be an easy one turn since I got Napalm Man. I'm basically rolling the dice on that. If I have to use Buster, then it's not going to happen, right? Yeah, that refreshed his order points, too. Got a Buster up, Chip. Now, if I can get... I don't think you can save in the middle of this, can you? No. Or, actually what I could do is use Kernel here. Because I think when I clear the hole, I'm only going to get... Oh, but... Okay. Well, in that case... Yeah, what I want to do is reach the hole as fast as possible. The mystery, I don't really need. Although, again, getting Blizzard Man SP is kind of pointless when I can't actually use the... I can't actually increase his power substantially until the post-game when I can actually rematch him, but it's whatever. Ah, I failed it. I should have just took the hit, honestly. It's fine. It's fine. This is going to be brutal, though. Napalm Man will probably whiff if I get the... Yeah. I can't even fire Napalm Man. So yeah, press to turn around. Well, I don't get those two at least. As long as I clear the hole, it's... Oh, but he stayed? Oh, no, okay. That's fine, then. No more dark holes. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the bonus panel. Battle chip! That's what we want, right? Boomer V. Okay. And that does not end your turn, so... Hopefully. This way I get a pretty even footing against Blizzard Man. As long as I clear. One turn. Didn't even need the wide sword. I guess it's technically screen divide. It's wide sword if you're Proto Man, but... next turn I'll probably clear that if I need to. See if I can get another extra chip or something. It's possible I'll just beat Blizzard Man right out this time, though. Oh, whoops. I misread that. Oopsie. Yeah, we'll just use Medi. It's fine. Gonna hit him twice. I'll definitely be toast at the end of next turn, so... I actually think this is all I need to, Yeah, time up. He's down to 70. Dying a couple charge shots, if nothing else. He's gonna hit them both for 40. Alright, just in case I make any dumb mistakes. I'd like to go get that, too. Double delete with 2 counters. Smooth. Get the Zinni. I'll have Mega Man go grab this. Just HP recovery. Didn't really need it, but okay. I don't think any of the chips are, like, exclusively through that or anything. Okay, he recovered quite a bit of HP. This isn't like a foregone conclusion or nothing. Weak to electric, though. Oh, shoot. That'll finish him, though. Target 7, actual 6. Oh, so yeah, I didn't get the SP chip. That's fine though. It's barely any stronger than the base, so. Let's jack out, Lan. Alright, so that's the first mission. Just one piece of the grand plan, but of course. Preparations are complete. I'll be right there. It's all going according to plan. Several days passed. In this age, the net represents the seams of cyber society, and its occupation was a very real threat. School is canceled. Gutsman will protect roll for you. Yeah, not confidence inspiring. Go somewhere unrelated to Cyberworld. Let's go swim in the ocean. I know a deserted island. Not like we have anything to do in town. Yep, they have no choice but to touch grass. Can't go on the net anymore. Patrol ACDC area, make sure all Nebula agents are gone. Yeah, I forget about some of the filler missions there. It's like, go back to this same net area. A little bit of padding the game out. I think one reason this game sits better with me, though, is most of the padding isn't quite as tedious. It does have some of the problems 4 had, though, with how they structured the post-game and whatnot. And EX viruses and all that. But yeah, Battle Network 5. We'll keep at it next week. Until then, give my regards to the next frog you meet. Good night.